When did big pharma become the go-to for medicine and cures? When did natural herbal healing and the traditional ways become alternative medicine? I am Holly, and I'm sharing a part of my journey to bring courage and inspire you on yours. And I've been thinking a lot about this lately. Over the past few years especially, where we are so conditioned to run to the hospital anytime anything happens. And what brought this up in me was thinking about how they used to heal breaks. Like, let's say a broken arm. The majority of breaks, there is no surgery performed. No surgery. They just put a cast on it so you can heal it. Have we just forgotten how to heal ourselves when there's a serious injury? So we run to somebody else who was trained out of a book to do something. It's a corporation, it's a business. They make money. For each procedure performed, for additional procedures outside of their scope of the initial reasoning on why you sign up with any of these physicians, they get bonuses. So why do we keep running to these corporations which continue to take from us, to drain us of our resources, when we can turn to alternative medicine, which was always the natural way to do everything? Big Pharma has only been around for 120 years or so, not even, probably about 120 years. We've been here for millions of years. So why is it that rather than turning within and learning or going, like, there are reserves all over the place. And I get why there's such a division between white people and indigenous. I'm recognized as an indigenous healer. And I've always wondered why I was so drawn to the tribes and the cultures around me. I grew up in Brantford, Ontario. I grew up surrounded by the original people, those who were here to protect our land. So you can go, there are healing centers on the reserves. There are some shops where you can go and you can talk to the medicine women and ask them, tell them exactly what's wrong, and they will tell you exactly what to do. And sometimes you don't even have to tell them what's wrong. They just know. So why? I get it. There's so many distractions in this life. They've put so much in front of us and we've consumed it. We've continued to consume. We're in the microwave culture. I remember growing up when the internet became a thing, where you would have to dial up through the phone line and wait for the internet to kick on and hope and pray that someone wouldn't pick the phone up while you're trying to get on the internet. And so now we're in this instantaneous society where if a web page doesn't load in 0.2 seconds, that you lose it. Or if there's a huge solar flare and some radio towers are out for a little bit and you have no internet on your phone, instantaneously, everybody knows. And they get on their phone and they call the phone line. They call the phone company as if they can fix it right away, rather than being, oh, my internet doesn't work. I'll just put my phone down for a bit. I'll just go and knock something off my to-do list. I'll go for a walk. It's like, everybody losing it. So again, I was thinking of this because I thought, man, I never want to go into a hospital again. And what would happen if my child flipped and like broke an arm, or I was snowboarding and I hit a tree? And I was thinking about it, I'm like, how many breaks are actually need surgery to be performed? Barely any of them. And did you know that when you break a bone and your bone heals itself, that bone is now 10 times stronger than it originally was. So when you make a break, you are very unlikely to ever break that spot again, because that bone is now like kryptonite. I don't want to say impenetrable. It is super strong though. You should see my herbal kitchen. Like wild foraged herbs, for herbs I've bought from medicine women. All the answers are here and here. They're not all out there. Stop giving your power away. Stop allowing and consenting to this ridiculousness that surrounds us at times. It's not all bad, and it does have potential uses which can be good. It depends how it's managed. I grew up with a friend. He was on like 13 prescriptions because the doctor would literally give him whatever he wanted for his anxiety, for his sleep, for whatever. I had another buddy, he couldn't see his daughter because the chick that he had his daughter with used her as a weapon and used her as control. So he went on an antidepressant and he ended up committing suicide because of the thoughts that he had on that. And I know more than one person who has been on something and committed suicide. We are distracted from our nature. We live in these concrete jungles and everyone screams climate change. And it's like, well, what if there was soil under your feet? And what if there were trees hanging above your head? How would life be then? You wouldn't have these raised temperatures because you would have the canopy of the trees. And you would have the soil beneath your feet, which it takes the heat and it transmutes it. All of this is a natural process. And yet, so many people are ignorant to their own nature and how easy it is to live without the consumption. Take only what you need. They've broken apart the family cell. Women are connected to nature. That's why in the indigenous tribes, it's a matriarchy society where the women set the tone by giving the men jobs and in turn nurture the community. And now the men have purpose because they are loved and nurtured. And the women are given the space to be able to tune into what the tribe needs, what the community needs. And we've been so displaced. And people like myself have to do it all on their own. I've literally been a single mom for 9 years. I tried one relationship in between that. And that was like, you think you know a person, right? I have to be the mother, the father, the teacher, the healer, the connection, the worker, the income provider. I literally have to be all the hats, all of them. And where is the space for me to connect with our needs and how to help. I have to generate that myself. I have to make space for that. Otherwise, I'd go nuts. Literally. I fix the frozen pipes. I fix the broken wires that have been pinched, and I have to figure out where the heck this disconnection is. I literally have to do it all. Where's the community? When are people going to realize that the majority of people that most people surround themselves around are only there for a purpose? And it's not a lifetime purpose. So when are you going to take that time to figure out who you are, do that deep inner work, which in turn aligns you and puts out a homing signal. It's like a beacon now, and you just attract them in. You attract in the community that is meant to be with you, rather than forcing simply because you've known someone for 10 years, simply because you have a child with someone. That's a whole other topic. To be able to have that diversified family, have that blended family, and still everyone work together, rather than one person lying to everybody about the whole situation and causing such a division that there's no longer ever going to be another opportunity to make that work, because you've ruined it. So now back in the day, the medicine women, the green witches, would run into the forest. They would be alone. When you can stand in your power, you become attacked. And people attack you prior to that because they already see your potential. So let's remove the ignorance and bring back our true nature. Men in some tribes, even though they can't breastfeed, they actually allow babies to suckle on their pecs, on their nipples, to bring comfort for their children, even if it's not their child, because it's a community. Everyone has a job and everyone works together, and there's no fighting. There's no people pleasing and then talking behind others' backs. When is it that big pharma gets to say whatever is going to be happening? I went to my doctor in 2020, and you know what he told me? I'm in Canada. And he's like, well, I checked it out and that doesn't go by the CDC guidelines and regulations. I was like, that's American. Oh yeah, Canada's incorporated in Washington. No wonder. We're in no man's land. So this is where there's been so many people over the past 3 years, longer, but the past 3 years, attempting to provide solutions for many, yet still being divided in that those solution providers can't even come together. There's still a division. It's like, no, this is the right way. No, this is the right way. No, this is how we do it. So now everything's confused. And then you have so many options. It's just like going to the hardware store and trying to buy a light bulb. You have like 50 million options and it takes you 5 minutes just to try and find the one that you're looking for. And you hope that it's the right one by the time you get home. It's like, okay, well, I tried that solution. I reached out to that person. That guy's got a good story. I don't know, I'm really resonating with this over here. I get that there's many different timelines and many realities. This simulation can be so exhausting. Like the Matrix, the simulation, the holograms, whatever you believe this is, it's the Truman Show. In all reality, it's like there's all these people that see you that you don't realize are even watching you. So, I know that we are heading back to a more natural way of living. Get the processed crap out of your fridge and out of your cupboards. I shouldn't see 3 recycling bins outside of one home that only has 2 children. You look on your can of beans or your can of soup, and have you ever read the caution label? Like, a lot of these things have right on there that it may cause cancer. And then people wonder for the past 4 years. It's been 4 years? Holy! Radiation poisoning, toxic poisoning, your body detoxing from all of this poison that you put in it, the laundry detergent you use, the fabric that you wear, the cream you put on your skin, the soap that you use, the toothpaste. All of this is like, when are you going to take care of yourself? Yourself, not reaching out for someone else to take care of you. Like big pharma, as long as it makes them money, they'll give it to you. So many doctors have left these past 4 years because they now see what's going on. And again, it has its place. Although even knee replacements, hip replacements, all of this can be solved with proper diet and care for yourself. Stretching. You don't even have to do vigorous exercise or working out. Simple body weight stretches and movements. Keep your mind strong. You are what you eat. And if you don't move it, you lose it. And then you run to the hospital because you can get a free surgery to correct it, rather than, if I put this work into myself, if I put this time into myself, I will never need to even think about that possibility. It all starts here and here. You need to shift this and trust this. All the answers are here. You may need a little external guidance at times. Something to trigger something within you, to help awaken something that's been stagnant, something you've known but haven't recognized. So I know that we are heading that direction where we will be trusting those without a label who intuitively know what we need, which will in turn shift those around us and awaken all stagnant energy within us so that we can all see and know. Blessings to you all.